In the heart of Umoku village, where the moon always seemed to smile on the wise and expose the proud, there lived a woman named Ngozi. Ngozi was known for her calm spirit, her kindness, and the way her laughter could soften even the angriest heart. She was married to Obinna, a man whose hands were strong from years of farming, but whose eyes had recently begun to wander. For many years, their home was filled with peace. Every morning, Ngozi would rise before the sun, sweep the compound, prepare the morning yam porridge, and sing softly as birds answered her song. Obinna would smile, take his hoe, and head to the farm. But as time passed, whispers began to travel like dry leaves carried by the wind, whispers that Obinna had found interest in another woman from the next village. Her name was Amara, beautiful, confident, and proud. Amara was known for her smooth skin, her sharp tongue, and the way she walked, as if the earth itself bent to greet her. When she met Obinna at the market one bright afternoon, she smiled in a way that unsettled his heart. And from that day, Obinna forgot the peaceful rhythm of his home. At first, Ngozi didn't believe the rumors. She smiled at gossipers and told them, "A woman who chases rumors is like one who cooks without fire, she will end up with cold food." But soon, the signs became too clear. Obinna came home late. He stopped eating her food. He no longer laughed when she sang. One evening, as Ngozi waited by the doorway, she saw him return, not with the tired steps of a farmer, but with the proud stride of a man who had found new attention elsewhere. When she greeted him, his eyes barely met hers. She felt her heart tremble, but she spoke no harsh word. She went inside, knelt by her mat, and whispered a prayer. "Chukwu, the God who sees the hidden and reveals the proud, fight my battles with wisdom, not with anger." From that night, Ngozi began to act with a quiet strength. She continued to smile, to cook, to serve, but deep inside, she asked God to guide her steps. She remembered the words of her late mother, "When a woman carries fire with wisdom, she can light her home without burning it down." One market day, as she sold her palm oil under the big udala tree, she saw Amara walking by, her gold earrings glinting under the sun. The young woman looked at Ngozi with pride and said, "Mama Ngozi, you look tired. Maybe it's time you let your husband rest from your old ways." Ngozi smiled gently, her eyes calm like still water. "My daughter," she said softly, "a river that mocks another for being muddy may not know that rain is coming." Amara hissed and walked away, but something in Ngozi's calm words lingered in her mind. A few weeks later, strange things began to happen. Obinna, who had once laughed loudly in Amara's hut, began to grow restless. His farm produce spoiled unexpectedly. His goats refused to eat. Each time he went to the market, traders told him that his goods had fallen in value. Even the palm wine he drank began to taste bitter in his mouth. Amara, too, began to experience strange dreams of standing before a river she could not cross, while a woman dressed in white sang softly from the other side. Each morning she woke trembling, her beauty fading, her joy slipping away. Soon, her laughter turned to frowns, and her heart to worry. One day, unable to bear it any longer, Amara went to the oldest woman in the village, Mama Ik, known for her wisdom. "Mama," she said, trembling, "something strange has been happening to me. I dream of a river and a woman who sings my name. I feel my peace leaving me." Mama Ik looked at her and smiled knowingly. "My child," she said, "you have taken what does not belong to you. The spirit of a peaceful woman cannot be mocked. Return what you have stolen before the river overflows." Amara's eyes widened. "But I took nothing." Mama Ik shook her head. "You took peace from another woman's heart. You took laughter from her home. Do not wait for the gods to teach you the bitter way." That night, Amara couldn't sleep. The same dream came again, the river, the song, and now the woman's face became clear. It was Ngozi. But she was not angry. Her face was gentle, her eyes full of light. Amara woke with tears in her eyes. The next morning, she went to Ngozi's home. She found Ngozi pounding yam under the mango tree, her wrapper tied firmly, her face peaceful. Amora fell to her knees. "Mama Ngozi, forgive me. I didn't know what I was doing. Please, take your husband back." Ngozi stopped pounding and looked at her quietly. "My daughter," she said, "I never sent evil against you. I only asked God to show the difference between peace and pride." Amora wept openly. "I have learned my lesson." Ngozi helped her up, wiped her tears, and said softly, "Remember, beauty fades, but a peaceful spirit shines forever." Then she handed her a calabash of water. "Take this water and wash your heart clean. Let it remind you that no one wins by breaking another woman's home." From that day, Amora changed. She left Obina and moved to another village, where she started a small trade. She became humble, kind, and wise, often telling young girls, "Don't let pride make you steal another woman's peace." As for Obina, he returned home one evening, tired, humbled, and full of regret. He found Ngozi singing softly as she cooked. He knelt beside her and said, "Ngozi, I was blind. Please forgive me." Ngozi smiled faintly. "A tree that bends does not break, my husband. But remember, when trust falls, it takes time to grow again." From that day forward, their home became peaceful again, not perfect, but wiser. And in the village of Umuoku, the elders would tell young women, "Be like Ngozi, wise, calm, and strong. For patience can win battles that anger would only destroy." Our blessings from the story: wisdom is stronger than anger. Ngozi didn't fight with hands or words, but with calm understanding and prayer. Pride leads to downfall. Amora learned that taking what belongs to another brings no joy. Peaceful hearts always win in the end. No matter how long it takes, truth and goodness prevail. Marriage is not about power but patience. When storms rise, wisdom is the anchor that keeps love steady.